What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metro Fans. We're coming to you with another video game review, and this time I'm reviewing the game Barkley Shut Up and Jam that was released for the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis by Accolade, and it's pretty much a street basketball version of the game NBA Jam, but it doesn't have any of the NBA players in it, and it has like very like say 7 or 8 different cities in the game. Now, and the as far as the like plot goes, there is none. I just pretty much gave you the pretty much the whole rundown of it. Now, the cities you can play in is Watts, Oakland, Phoenix, Seattle, Chicago, Brooklyn, Miami, and Houston, which pretty much makes 8. You know what I'm saying? I mean, nice choice of cities. To me, it should have been like at least I don't know a minimum of between 15 and 20 cities. You know what I'm saying? Which would include Atlanta, Detroit, Cleveland could have been. It should have been included. That's pretty much my opinion on that. But these are the cities that's included in Barkley Shut Up and Jam. Now, each city is represented by 2 characters in the game. Characters are Barkley, Charles Barkley, and the rest of them are just made up for the game. Dane, Chili, D-Train, Smoothie, Funky D, Spike, and it goes on from there. So it's pretty much 16 characters overall. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it should have been more than 16 characters. You know what I'm saying? You could have been like, I don't know, say over 30 characters. It should have been over 30 characters in my opinion. But the program decided on 8 cities with 16 characters. You know what I'm saying? As far as the game modes are concerned, it has pretty much new game, new series, and new tournament. I guess all of them have their like different aspect that's differentiate themselves from each other. Now the new tournament is pretty much self-explanatory. You have to, I would say you're talking about an 8-team tournament. You know what I'm saying? It's based. You could like set up. I guess you could set up. I guess it's set up based on the computer. You know what I'm saying? It's seems to me these modes are. There's not much to them. You just like pick your characters and play. Now, as far as the game clock per quarter, you can have it with 1, 3, or 5 minutes per quarter. 5 minutes per quarter. You know what I'm saying? And under the series options, you can do either the best of 5 or best of 7 games. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much like similar to how the NBA games were back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as picking the characters are concerned, you can only pick the player that you can control, while the computer picks your opponents and your teammates. And not to me that necessarily didn't make any sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Why does the computer pick your opponents and your teammate? I guess basically because there's certain characters in the game that work together and certain ones that don't. You know what I'm saying? I pretty much work on that particular logic. You know what I'm saying? Now, one thing about the characters in the game, some of them they have their own strengths and weaknesses. Some of them are better at defense. There are certain ones that's better at 3-point shooting and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because their rank is in the character selection and stuff. Now, as far as the graphics and level designs are concerned, They're pretty nice, you know what I'm saying, with decent color palettes and sprites and everything. But there's nothing about it that's necessarily impressive and everything. Now the controls and gameplay are pretty straightforward, and they're pretty similar the, to the NBA Jam franchise, but it doesn't have like the over the top dunks that the NBA series has. Now, as far as the soundtrack is concerned, I would say it's decent, but it doesn't like necessarily set any standards. You know what I'm saying? Now, to me, it just Barkley Shut Up and Jam for Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis simply don't have the charm that the NBA Jam franchise has. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it could have helped the game if they could have included like more cities, more characters, more like modes, like a 3-point shooting contest and a slam dunk contest and stuff like that. Now, overall, the premise behind Barkley Shut Up and Jam is pretty good, but it just ended up being a mediocre game in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Now, I can also say that it's not the worst basketball game that I ever played, and it's not the worst basketball game to be made, but it could have been better. It should have been better, you know what I'm saying? As far as recommending it, I would definitely recommend it to YouTubers who wants to like give their own commentary, you know what I'm saying? As far as if they want to do a let's play of Barkley NBA, Barkley Shut Up and Jam, you know what I'm saying? As far as retro gamers, I can honestly say there's pretty much better basketball games to play on the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. Genesis mainly NBA Jam or NBA Live. I would pretty much stick to those two franchises, you know. With that being said, I would say for us to score, I would definitely give it a 6 out of 10. The idea behind the game is great, but just that the execution wasn't all there. You know what I'm saying? Now with that, if you play Barkley NBA Jam, you can mention it in the comment section. You can also tell me if the Genesis version, which version of Barkley Shut Up and Jam is better, whether it's the Genesis version or Super Nintendo version. And if you like my review of Barkley Shut Up and Jam, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Big Metro Fan 12 signing off.